sketchy. I can't see shit. Obviously the pin lock doesn't work great at night, so we pulled those things out. Snow isn't so bad, it's the visibility.
I was asleep. There's snow?
So much snow.
Fuck.
So this is a 2016 Ural Gear Up sidecar rig. We've made a couple of changes. We have a gas tapper transfer pump zip tied to the outside luggage rack. We have 5 jerry cans in it, 3 in the luggage compartment, and 2 on external racks. These things normally come with 1. We've got a long hose that runs from the gas tapper back into each of these cans. We can power it off 12-volt outlet inside the tub and transfer fuel. Gives us about 350 miles. When those tanks are empty, when this whole thing empties out, we hand those cans back to the chase van. They go and fill them up, but we don't stop.
Got auxiliary lights up front. These are LEDs, which is very nice, as well as the spotlight. Spotlight doesn't work. These handy
We disconnected it on purpose. It's not that it doesn't work, we disconnected it.
We've got these very handy Ural bark busters, which should keep our mitts nice and warm as we roll down, mostly just to keep the wind off us. I think we're gonna see temperatures down into the low 30s. And moving at 60 miles an hour or 45 or whatever this thing's capable of with all of us in there, that's gonna get pretty chilly pretty quick. Most importantly, this is the most important modification. This piece of cushion right here is so that we can go to sleep in this car, in theory. Yeah, I think that's it.
The whole point is that the guy in the tub needs to be sleeping, the guy on the bike needs to be riding, because we're gonna be on this thing for what could be 30 or 34 hours straight. If you get into a car, you can drive from one end of the country and barely be awake and get there safely, right? There's nothing about a motorcycle that doesn't require you to be in the moment, and there's nothing about a motorcycle endurance trip that doesn't require you to be in the moment every single moment.
I think there's real value to finding out whether you have the physical and mental mettle to do something that's hard. I think when you have to work at a machine and when there's a little bit of, I don't know if it's gonna make it or not, that's what makes you fall in love with a machine. That's what makes a machine good, So yeah, that's why we're doing it.
So you think you're gonna be in love with this machine?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
We were supposed to leave hours ago.
Yep.
We were supposed to, we looked at maps, we looked at routes, we figured out start times and end times and how much daylight we'd be spending in which state and when and where, and that all kind of went out the window because
just threw that away.
Every time you try to plan something, it goes wrong.
Am I good to go?
I think you are. I'm already tired, Sam.
No, don't think like that.
All right, so nothing here works. Nothing here works. Let's see, 2 hours and 40 minutes in, I have pissed my pants. My hands are numb and my toes are numb. Fucking dead nuts awesome. That's it. That's it. Steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. There was a rock slide, I guess, so now we're rerouting around the rock slide.
I got to pee in a bottle. It was great. Zach peed all over himself while trying to pee in a bottle because he's not a real man.
Is that, do real men pee in bottles?
Did you put the parking brake on, you dick?
We're on a hill. Do real men stall motorcycles?
Maybe.
We're about 3/4 of the way down the Oregon coast. The sun's going down. There are storms on the distant horizon. Just big cotton candy stuff falling out of the clouds. But it's massively green. It's just this odd combination that you only get in Oregon of green fields and dead trees and then moss everywhere. It's like nowhere else in the country. All I keep doing is looking at the horizon, thinking about what's coming next.
All right, Sam, what part of this is dumb?
All of this, Zach.
What do you mean by all of this?
I'm sorry. All of this whole idea. I'm getting pretty tired, Zach, and I can't really see that well.
Man, we need to have a conversation about how fucking dangerous this is.
Hi! It's 1 in the morning and I'm losing my mind.
The guys are fatigued. It's been in the 30s for hours and rainy, and then it was snowy. So I think we got some pretty tired dudes. The car's getting hard to steer. We think we're not sure about the stability, so we pulled it off the highway, lifted the whole unit on its side, like tipped it up on its exhaust, and I don't know if you're not riding sidecars all day, every day, it's an unusual process sometimes, so it's fun.
This place just never gets old, man. Just never gets old. Wow. We're crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, Zach. We've been 923 miles. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
So we got up at your house, got on this motorcycle, and just drove here. just was like, no, you know what's cool? We're gonna drive to San Francisco real quick. Just gonna go.
It took us 20 hours. 20 hours. Something about being here that makes me like this motorcycle more, too.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. You know, like, I know we're not in LA, like, I get that. But, fucking A, man. I feel pretty good.
I am so tired.
Yeah, I'm super wasted. I'm real tired, man. Oh, man.
Did the last driver change. We have been paying attention to our mileage. We've been doing about 100 miles per tank. We didn't do that last time. We thought we could rely on the fuel light, and fuel light didn't come on, and we ran out of gas for the 3rd time in my life. And also, Sam ripped the plug out of the BMW port earlier to ensure that only one of us could have our heated jacket on at a time.
Not on purpose, you dick!
Which also means that we now cannot plug in the fuel pump.
We might have chucked the bike into an off ramp and then like done one of these things, and it yanked out of the socket and broke, and it looks a lot like this now. And that was the only adapter we had for this, which basically kills our on-the-move refueling, doesn't it? exhausted. And given the logistics of LA and all the beach cities, and since we've already stopped, we've elected to just do quick refuels. It takes 2 minutes at a gas station, then get back on the freeway. It takes less time getting off and then dealing with fuel through the tanks.
My entire body is so comfortable right now.
I'm content, you know, I'm happy that we did it. I'm happy that everybody's safe, and not just us, but you know, the crew that came along, all the video guys and the Cycle World guys. I mean, we were doing a lot of things that weren't necessarily the safest in the world, and there were a lot of chances for something to go seriously wrong. I mean, it means nothing to anyone probably but us, you know, but that's enough. It's enough. Doing something like this non-stop gives you a better grasp of how huge our country is than anything else.
How huge our country is and how much freedom we have to move across it, right?
Right.
How much you can just start on one end and end up on the other. Nobody's gonna stop you. You can go risk your ass out on a mountain, hanging out in the breeze in 27-degree weather, in ice, in black ice, in sleet, in snow, whatever you want, and it's there.
And anyone with a bike, anybody with a car can do that at any time. You can just decide to haul off and go.
You can just get off the couch and do it.
You can get off the couch and
Nothing about this is unattainable.
Yeah.
That's the great part. All you have to do is get off the couch.
Yeah, I think that's the best part. Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
A man got hit by a bus, trying to cross the street. I wonder where he was going, where he wanted to be. Did he have a second life? Did he have a few last wishes? I bet he didn't write them down for both of his misses. And he flew up in the air. Don't think he even knew he was there. And he came down like a ton of bricks. I wonder if he even cared. The brakes screech to a hold. Skidded on his iPhone and keys. And now he climbing up those stairs. So